Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Amer, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the Toefl IBT. And you just made a comment, so it's about a week or so ago you made this comment. You said, I want to tell you I did the Toefl exam last week and I got 71 in total. You scored, it looks like 14 points reading, 17 points listening, 20 points writing, 20 points speaking. You said, now I want to take another exam after 1 month, so do you think that I can get 80 in total and 20 each part? How? Have a nice day. So, my question for you was, well, how much time can you study each day? You said 4 hours. So, based on that information, I'm going to say it's possible, although this is what really worries me, is the 14 points in the reading. Very, very tough. This is the one that's causing you some trouble. Right? So first of all, let me give you some basic background on reading so you can understand what you need to do for the next while. And some of these things do not require my online Toefl course, and some of these things they do require, but to improve your reading, you need to start reading every day for about 45 minutes. Number 2, you should study vocabulary. Although there's not a lot you can do in just 30 days, it'll make a big difference in that area, but definitely you need to study vocabulary. The third one is you need to increase your reading speed to at least 300 words per minute or more. Number 4, you need to become familiar with the reading question types and the strategies for answering those questions. And then 5, complete Toefl level reading practice test to monitor your progress. So if you can do those 5 things, you'll definitely make some improvements. However, it'll probably take you more than just 30 days to get improvements in these areas, right? But if you just have 30 days, here's my recommendation right now. So I want you to practice reading every day for 1.5 hours. Listening. You can practice listening every day for 1.5 hours. And then, the speaking and the writing are already at your goal, but you still need to maintain those. So I'm going to recommend maybe speaking for 30 minutes every day, and then writing also for about 30 minutes a day. So if you want to start doing some speaking practice tests on my website, you can do that, and you can also do the speaking and writing practice there, right? The next thing is, let's go to my online Toefl course. So during the day, when you're doing your listening practice, what do? So first of all, make sure you go through lesson 1 in the when you go to my website here, it's step number 4, where it says analyze your listening strengths and weaknesses. Here, you want to go through the first lesson on note taking, then go through lesson 1.1 and then 2. And then you take these ideas and you begin to go through practice tests. As you go through the practice tests, I recommend that you go through them in one or two ways. Number 1, you can go through the listening practice and just take down notes and then use your notes to answer the comprehension questions after. Your goal is to try to score between 60 and 80% on those listening practice tests. Each practice test is about 5 minutes. Now, the next thing. Now, in addition to answering the comprehension questions about the lecture, you can also practice speaking and writing about the lectures you're listening to. So, if you practice speaking, I want you to practice giving maybe a 60-second oral response of each of these listening practice tests. Right. In addition to that, you can also write maybe a 100 to 150 word summary. of each of these listening practice tests. So now you're not just doing listening practice, you're also doing speaking and writing practice, I think, which is going to be good for you. So you can do that. The next thing is you want to go through reading. Let's take a look here. Okay, let's go to the reading section of my course, and I will show you some things you can do here. Now remember, I was outlining some things that you can do to improve your reading in the beginning of this video, and I talked about your reading speed. I also talked about reading strategies and some of those things. So that's what you can do here in step 5, where it says learning effective reading strategies. So in this part of my course, here's what I recommend. So you want to go over the first lesson. It gives you some ideas on how to take notes on reading passages. Make sure you read that. And then you have lesson 1.1, Toefl IBT Reading Score Improvement Strategies. And then 2, 3, and 4. This will introduce you to all the reading question types and the strategies for answering them. You can go through all these lessons. Now, when you're doing your reading speed, you go through these. These are 70 different speed reading tests that will help you increase your reading speed to about 350 words per minute, right? So you go through the reading practice in maybe 1 of 3 ways. The first time, you read the passage for 1 minute, take down some notes, then answer the comprehension questions to check your reading speed. Your goal is to get about 60 to 80% comprehension, right? Now the next thing, you can also read the passage again, take down some notes, and then do what you did with the listening practice. You can also practice speaking and writing about these reading passages, and that's also good for your speaking and your writing. So you can do that too. Does that make sense? So then, if we go back to the comments I've given you, so I want you to spend about 1.5 hours every day going through the reading and the listening sections of my course. That gives you 3 hours of practice. And then you can go to the speaking and the writing parts of my course and complete some speaking and writing practice tests. And then I will give you some feedback from there. All right? And that's what I think you should do for the next 30 days so that you can improve your score from 71 to 80, and we're putting a little bit more focus on the reading and the listening parts of my course to help you get to where you need to go. All right?